Hello everybody! Today we're gonna go over the top 100 favorite tricks thing that I did like last year. You can tell me what you think of all the tricks, and I will tell you what I think of all the tricks. Let's start off with number 100, obviously. This trick. Yeah, this trick is really cool. I don't know why I put it at 100. There's definitely some tricks on here that are like cooler. I mean, less cool, that are higher. I was trying to find a way to use this head hit to elbow bounce, and it was kind of just like an awkward looking thing by itself, but once I realized I could do it with a multiplex, that made it a lot cooler. And I threw the other balls and it made the little triangle in the air. That was a big plus for me whenever I found that. I'm actually doing more tricks like this now. I'm doing stuff with broken rings more frequently, but this was from Mr. Disco. This was like a little segment that I did in there. It's a twist on the whole big ring, little ring separation trick. I like how when they come back together, it looks like one ring. That's a trick I wanted to like get continuous, but there's no way that was ever gonna happen. You see how chaotic it looked just getting one. Wasn't gonna happen. This trick is probably like one of my liked tricks, but I just don't particularly like it. And it also, with 5, it just doesn't look very good to me. It looks like very clunky, but I don't like how I have to turn and then it's like kind of weirdly asymmetrical. This trick is cool. It was a one-time trick. I wrote down that I was gonna do it in that video, and then I never tried it again. I had to use my head to pin down that other ball. That was the key to figuring that trick out. This is a trick I'm like, oh man, I really like this one. But I'm sure people do this. It's such a simple idea. I just really like the triple swoop. What do I even call it? Feels nice. It's a good feeling trick. 94. This was a trick, I think I posted this for 423 Day. Having an obsession with these fake under the leg throws for a while. I loved this one. This trick is also really cool. This was supposed to be a whole bit in Mr. Disco. It can be kind of hard to see, but I think it looks pretty cool. Oh. This is from Zach Without a C. Which is after a song that's called Zach Without a C. 4-ring kickups. I remember this. I started doing stuff in St. Louis when I started doing ring kickups, and I was pretty into them. The only thing I didn't like was that you do the kickup and then you're done. Like, you can't replicate it you can't like repeat it. So that was kind of the downside for me. I was like, I can't really perform many of these. Unless I do the crazy setup that's required. Splitting the atom. I think the only reason I put this one on here was because it felt like important to me. I was telling myself that I needed to make a trick with 9 balls, and I was just like, how am I supposed to do that? And this was the only way I could figure it out. Ooh. The elbow pit to knee pit transfers. I feel like they look clunky, but they're so fun. I also like the line that it makes at the end. This one I filmed for something. I don't remember what I filmed it for. But I remember I put on that outfit and I was like, I'm gonna film this trick. Cool though. I just like the double and also how it like does the multiplex that's like 2 balls next to each other. This one's been a while. This is 2013. I never really learned that trick solid, mainly because it's a pain in the butt. Fun. It's a little fun move. It's a little turny over. Somebody was like, what's the trick? And yeah, that's a good point. But it really makes you think, what qualifies as making something different? Like, this is still just a 3-ball cascade, but so is penguin catches. So is chops. I like this one. I don't know if it's very visible that I'm grabbing my other arm or like what's happening with that, but I like this one. Oh man, Chris Pratt, he's so cool. This was filmed at a movie theater in my town in Texas, like in the yard next to it. Like, I feel like it works, But I don't like how the two rings are out of, like, they're, like, thin here, and then they flip in the other dimension. I can't decide if I like that or not. This was inspired by the idea that, like, when Wes Peden does the helicopter throw and he kicks it with his foot, I really like the double. I just love the way that it stops the ball in place. I made this trick when I was trying to make a routine for the IJA Welcome Show in 2016, and that's just about it. I think it's kind of fun. I don't think it's too special, but it's like it's it's like a chorus line kick. Whatever video this was from, this was definitely the best trick in that video. The way that it goes ba-ba, 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 instead of right, left, right, left, right, left. Yeah, this one messes with my head right now. I was trying to go back and, like, do this one, and for some reason I couldn't figure out what I was doing. That one's pretty fun. I've never made any other tricks similar to that. That was like a one-off that I just found and then I posted to Instagram. The devil stick rings. This is the 3 club, 2 shoes. I made this when I was in St. Louis. Just a bunch of weird shoe stuff where you walk around with shoes in clubs and stuff. I particularly really like this end shape. I always think it looks like a rocket or like a spaceship or something. Yeah, that's... I think I just left this whole sequence in and counted it as one because it was kind of hard to, like, tell what one thing was or whatever. But I really like the under the leg throw to the double oven mitt throw to the both kendama catch. And also just the linking of the thumbs with the oven mitts is the coolest thing I felt like I found with those. Oh, plunger trick. I really like this one. It's a whip around. You can, like, twist your wrist and make it, like, fling around in a circle, and since it's grippy, it just flies over to your other shoulder. I really liked this shot. I think I liked the shot more than I liked the trick, just because it made the trick look really good. But from a different angle, it wouldn't look as good, I guess. I remember, like, around the time that I was, like, finishing this video in particular, I saw that Kota Ohashi, I believe he did a trick that was kind of similar to, like, the exchanging the cups with the balls, and I was like, interesting. It kind of happened around the same time, so I was like, I think the reason I put this one here was because I felt like, I was like, I really like the prop, and I like this thing that it does, but I really had nothing else to do with that prop. I think I dismantled it. Oh man, when this worked, I was so excited that it worked on stage. Oh yeah, the baby bump. Yeah, I'm not going to turn it on because copyright, but music from Gumball playing in the background of this one. I just really like the way that multiplexes look with balls from behind the back. It's a good look. And I put the 3. I'd say those are probably about equal. They were kind of impossible to split, so it was a little bit impossible to keep going for me. But maybe if I did it differently. I've seen someone else do this trick and run it, but I really didn't like the way that it looked. I really like, if I can make the lines like 3, 3, 3, then I think it'd be worth it. Shoulder throw, sundial, spinning trick. I don't know. I like whenever it pins on me and then I let it go, it hits my knee, my, like, leg, and then it goes duh-duh, duh-duh. It's a nice little mechanical touch. Yeah. This was supposed to be a both-sided trick, but it's actually ridiculously hard. Go figure. This trick is, like, weird. I don't even know how I even came up with this. Lifting the ring makes the ring on my leg fall down, and then I have to lift it back up, and then... This one's dangerous. 6-ring pancake pull down from the leg. That's a dangerous trick. I only did that one time. That was for that one time. I was kind of scared of that trick. I think that was the first kick up I ever made with rings. It made the most sense to me. Oh, the nip flip. Yeah. It's just like a sideways pancake that rolls on your chest. This one's a little hard to see, but it's just continuous head rolls where I keep tossing it back up. It's just one ring. And also some like under the leg catches and a knee catch at the end, but that wasn't the trick I was referring to. This one's really good. I should have put this one a lot higher, I think. Under the legs, so it's 5-3-4, and the 5s are under the legs. Yeah, I never got this trick down. I worked on it for a little while. It was just too much. I tried to do it in the youth showcase at IJA. Whatever. At a certain point, it's so wide and it's so big that it's hard to maintain. The St. Louis 2016. 2 up, 2 out, back into 4. That's a trick I've seen somebody do. That's probably one of the only tricks on this list that I've, like, seen somebody else do, and then I learned it. I just really like the way that it looks. I don't know. Like a devil stick trick. Can't tell, it's like an elbow chin, elbow chin. There's no reason to do this one. The elbow, elbow, elbow. I don't even think it looks that good, to be honest. Oh yeah. This is a good one. Also a good one. Barefoot, yeah. Feet reveal, I'm sorry. This one I like the concept, but in practice it doesn't look very interesting. I don't know if it's execution or what, but I don't think this trick actually is that good. Actually not as hard as I would have thought. It looks like a lot harder than I think it actually is. And the rhythm works out pretty well. I think it looks nice. It's got a good undulation thing going on. It's like a cute little thing. I think I made this trick as I was filming this section for the video. And I was just like, I'll keep that. I was kind of into it. I just like the leg lift, foot hit. This was a trick I was kind of disappointed with how it looked, but I really like it. I still really like it. I like the way that it looks. Oh man. Anything from this video is gonna be just like really good. So good. I feel like I can't really top that video in a lot of ways. If you haven't seen it, it's in the second half of Mr. Disco on Vimeo. This is a classic. I've been doing this one for like 4 or 5 years now. They all fall down. This one's really cool. I don't know how to use these throws anymore, but it works really well with this one, where it just kind of pops out of your side. This video is ridiculous. I can't watch that one. It feels kind of like a weird boomerang effect is happening. I don't know how to explain it. One ball's zooming forward while the other ones are coming up, so it's like boom, 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 boom. That I really, really liked with this one. The other ones I felt like were better conceptually, but this one just looked really good. This one I never posted anywhere, but until I posted it for this, but I really like the arm behind the neck. Okay, we're moving into head hits. So this is the 4-2-3 head hit variation. It's basically a John Whitty trick, but instead of using my shoulders, I'm using my head. This is the continuous version of that. This is just a cool ending to 4 rings. This one took forever. This one took so freaking long. Because when it bounced back, it always did like weird things. And this was another thing that I wrote down to try, but I wasn't actually sure if I could do it or not. That's like a John Whitty trick, but without the cool thing he does with his penguin catches. Like this, it's the same trick, but like without the penguin catches. And this stuff I really want to explore more. It's like a weird yo-yo, using your hands as the extra ball, and just kind of awkward, but I really do like it. I like the idea of it. I like when I throw it with my hand that's further away from the camera. I don't like it when I throw it with my hand that's to the left. So maybe if I made like an asynchronous, or like a one-sided version that the other hand does something else. Cool. There's not really any other ones like this one, because the only reason it works with 4 is because I'm sitting. If I try and do the knee trick like this with 4 standing, it's impossible. It doesn't work. This one's cool. I think this is the first trick I did of this concept. This trick should have been behind the other trick, if I'm being honest. I don't think this trick is as good. I was really into trying to find body throws I could do with the balls that aren't in BBB in the neck throw. I was like, yes. But the only reason it doesn't quite work is because I want it to be low enough that it's still a neck throw, but it needs to be higher so I can time out the pattern correctly. So as a result, it's not quite a neck throw, it's like right above the neck. It's a good trick. The foot cascade, the foot skate. That trick is hard as I'll get out, but it looks cool. Could never execute it on command. This was the first trick of this style that I did. I was like, how can I make a new track for my body to like roll balls down? This had the most likes on that entire page out of any post. I think it was like 750, maybe like 800. It was the most successful post I ever had on Facebook. This trick, there's got to be another way to do it that's easier, because it's actually pretty hard. Because it wants to go so fast. Maybe if I found a slower mixer. I was super into this one when I found this one. It's a multiplex, and the 2 rings roll on different body parts after they separate. This is the definition of a trick. It's not a pattern. I can't loop it. Called these ones like, what did I call these? I called them like Taylor flips or something, because Taylor's my middle name. And I was like, oh, I gotta name a trick. Trick that Tony Pezzo does, where the rings slide over his hands, but it's with the elbow instead. This one I made as a joke, but it actually is a pretty good trick. It's a head sculpture. I changed my Facebook page to say visual artist instead of juggler. And this was, people like started memeing me about it or whatever, and my response was this video. It's a good trick. Oh, I love this trick. This one just feels so right. And this was one that I could make variations of, but it's really annoying to get them to, like, one of them to stop on your ear and the other one to keep going. I'm sure there's a lot of other tricks I could do with that, but it's really hard to gauge how to do it. This is one I started doing when I was in St. Louis in 2016. It's just like a connection thing. This is that other thing where it's just like, add an extra 2 balls and now it's a 7-ball trick. Could only get 3. It was a pretty big deal, I think, that I did get 3. That last ball, when it's coming from behind my neck, like, I think it just perfectly landed in my hand. Because I was, like, not sure if I had the mental capacity to try and catch that ball, so it was nice that it just hit my hand. This one I've been doing for years. It's the elbow, knee, elbow, knee. That's number 9, so we have 8 left. This is definitely the coolest trick from that section of that video, but oh man, it's hard. Maybe if I used bigger rings then it would be slower, but I don't think I would like the look of it with bigger rings. That's nice. I think that one's nice. pentaplex. Ho ho! It's way too big. If I could do it a little cleaner and maybe with better lighting, it'd probably look pretty good. When I went to hang out with a friend of mine in St. Louis, and I just made this trick on a whim, and I was like so hyped when I did this. Because it feels like some sort of Diablo trick or something. It feels so unlike any other club juggling trick because I'm just resetting something, tossing a club up, resetting it again. And this one even more so, like... I'm very proud of this one. Alright, 3. It's ironic because it's 2 balls, but whatever. But yeah, you can see some of the influences from platforming, but you can also see some of the later stuff with the rolling coming in that I did in Mr. Disco. So there's some like variants here, but I figured I'd put it all in one sequence because I feel equally as strong about it. Oh man. Number 2. And the last thing. This is a trick I've been doing on stage for the longest time, but it's always just up the back. I've been trying to think of different ways that I can make it longer and make it last longer that isn't just like toss one ball from my foot up my back. When I started doing the rolling stuff, I realized I was like, oh, I could do down the arm, down the leg, foot, back, and make it like a whole thing. And that's probably the happiest I've ever been when I found something. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.